Hello everyone, it's the small guy and I'm joined by Mr. James Banks. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. We've just finished casting the CSGO finals. It's been a pretty long day, but it's been amazing and maybe not such a close final that I thought it was going to be, but I'm very happy with what happened and the right team won.
So how did you find the final?
I found it very intense, very close. Once Team CRG kind of started running away with it a bit there, it kind of looks kind of obvious that they were going to win, but Team TLM did not give up at all and they fought all the way to the bitter end, but sadly the actual team won over the mixed team here.
So could you tell right from the start of the weekend, that this is the team that's going to win?
Well, they were seeded first. We were kind of put like in our heads, myself and my co-caster Kai and I, we decided it was either going to be Team CRG that just take the win, or it's going to be the not so lovely men, because they had notable members like Weber and Vertigo who have played previously in the FM teams together, and then they had Steele, who's a very world-class Canadian player that's actually living over here in the UK at the moment. But sadly they didn't make it, and actually Resta took them out quite convincingly. It was 2 maps to 1. But on the last map, it was like 16-3 defeat on Dust 2. So Resta TLM really proved themselves there, and it was pretty good.
So, speaking about the event, how did you find the event itself?
Okay, this is my second epic.LAN that I've ever been to.
Okay.
And
likewise.
This is fantastic. Like, the community here is what iSeries almost like used to be. I love iSeries, but obviously they grow, these events grow and they become bigger, and you kind of lose that bit more community feel, a bit less more like fun happening during the event.
This is a bit more closer and intimate with everyone else. More like a LAN.
Definitely, and I reckon for this LAN as well, like we were so close to all the players, so everyone was friendly, everyone was greeting each other, and you got to really put some time to spend with these players rather than always rushing around. It's so mad at these other events. But no, I'm really happy we've turned up to an epic.LAN event. I'd love to come back and do the next one. That'd be a fantastic idea from here. But what I would say is, if we can double up on spaces, I reckon if we get a few more, encourage the UK community to get down here in their hundreds, because it was a good event, and if we can bring more people, then let's put it this way. I think Richard Lewis said this very well. He said that obviously epic.LAN's met all the requirements that the gamers said they needed, and now we've even got a great grand stage here that ESL kindly provided through the Dota 2 tournament as well. But now the gamers haven't really put their end of the bargain. They're not kind of showing up to the event. So if we bring them here now and they can actually come see it, experience for themselves, I'm pretty sure they'll be very satisfied. And then it's a good win-win for both the community and epic.LAN.
That's great. So let's talk about the players a bit more. The final 2 teams. Actually, let's go to all the teams.
Okay.
Who would you say has been the most the best performing player throughout the whole thing? The MVP.
MVP of the whole tournament. It probably wouldn't actually be someone from the 2 winning teams.
Yeah, which is why I stopped that.
Yeah, see. Still, now he's a world-class player. He used to play in Canada over there, and is now living in the UK. He's played with some fantastic teams all the way throughout his career. But the one thing he did here that just set him apart from the others was he had the patience, took his time with the shots. He was very precise, and he just looked that more in control of the game and what was happening around him. We saw one moment, I think it was one of the other teams, he took down 4 of their members, all with headshots, and one of the teams said to him, "Oh, typical eco spray," because the other team were on an eco, but it wasn't even spray. He was just positioned, tapping them bullets, 3 bullets at a time, owned every single one of them, and me and Kyanite were lost for words. It was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, like you guys are sitting right behind us in the media area and just completely screaming. And at some points I wanted to scream as well, but I couldn't because you guys are streaming. But what's next for you? What's next in store in the future for yourself?
There'll be some more casting of online events. This is my first return to CSGO in over a year, so I was casting when CSGO was coming up to its early days. I was casting some notable names like Pansy and Mashton and Risk Neil's Top, and so I had fantastic fun doing it back then. I had some other real life commitments I had to take care of for a while, but I'm back now, and whichever events will have me, just come give me a shout and I'm happy to come along.
Well, if people want to find you, where should they go?
You can follow me on Twitter. It's @Banks Esports, all one word. I've also got my Facebook page set up the same as that, same as Instagram. Everything's all in line, and I've just set up banksesports.co.uk. So kind of trying to branch out there as my own little individual franchise.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Anyways, thank you very much for coming down to epic.LAN. Thank you for
for
casting.
having me.
No problem. Thank you for letting me interview you.
Great stuff. Thank you, man.